Hey, what's up, everybody? It is your friend here, Razez Retro, and I hope everyone is remaining retro. Well, the time has come for me to take part in a challenge that comes to us from the legend VHS Combos. This is a great content creator, great guy, great channel, and I'm going to have his channel link in the description, of course, but please, if you can, show him some love. Kindly subscribe. The first two videos that he posted on his channel were actually attempts at the Sean and Raza Cup, the Can You Kick It challenge, and the That's Light challenge. And for that, he's got my love and respect forever. That was awesome. But it's not just that reason alone. The content that he's been, that he's been dishing out has been fantastic. So please give him, give him some love, subscribe to him, check him out, and check out this challenge, which I'm going to explain right now. If you do want to take part in it, please do, and just tag him. The challenge is very simple for this one. You play Streets of Rage, or as I like to call it, Streets of Raza. You got to play as Axel Stone. And it is a 1 credit challenge, and you try to see how far you can get. So basically, until you get the game over screen, that is when your run comes to an end. The name of this challenge is 1cc Justice Challenge. A great name and a great challenge. And you play it on normal difficulty. And that's it. You just try to see how far you can get. His particular run was fantastic. I don't know if I'll be able to top it. I have a lot of love for Streets of Rage series in particular. The first 2 games, fantastic game, fantastic background, nice graphics for its time, and of course, the iconic music in the game. You can never go wrong with Streets of Rage. And as a matter of fact, as you guys know, I grew up with the Nintendo console. Right, had the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. Most people where I grew up, about 90% of people here in Montreal, own Nintendos. And I think really because that's what was primarily available from what I recall. There was some people that had Sega consoles as well, of course. But the majority of people had access to Nintendo consoles. And I think I first got into Streets of Rage a while back. I think maybe when I was 12 or 11, at a family's friend house. They had some kids. They were one of the few kids we knew that owned Sega Genesis, and that's where I got introduced to like Streets of Rage, Sonic, Comic Zone, and some other games as well that they owned. But for me, Streets of Rage, like that was the series that really stuck with me, that I really resonated with, along with Comic Zone. The other games that they had, like the Sonic games, they also had Ristar, I think it was, and another game, which at the time, those games didn't really resonate with me. But as I grew older, I learned to, have a love and appreciation for them. But really, Streets of Rage, like you can't go wrong with it. Whether you like beat 'em ups or not, I think it's a game that everyone can enjoy, more or less. I mean, it's just a classic. It's not too bad in terms of difficulty. Obviously, as the stages progress, it gets harder, but it's not that bad. Some beat 'em up games can be quite brutal from the get-go. Streets of Rage, I didn't find it to be that bad. But yeah, it's a great challenge from a great content creator, great channel. So this is why I wanted to take part. I wanted to show some love, kind of promote his channel as well. Whether you take part in the challenge, I mean, that would be great. But more importantly, I think what would be more great and something that I would truly appreciate is if you could check out his channel and kindly subscribe to him. That would mean the world to me and him. Like I said, he's doing some great stuff. Speaking about challenges, there's another guy I want to bring up, TGS channel, the legend from Greece. I don't know if he actually lives in Greece. I know he's Greek, but regardless, he's a Greek legend, great guy, and he's been taking part in my challenges as well. And he actually came up with his own challenge on his own channel, which I will be taking part in as well. Once I get the chance, it's a Pac-Man challenge, Pac-Man fruit salad. You play until I guess you get the game over screen as well, and it's to see how many fruits you've collected at the bottom. I believe also high score as well as being what's looked at. But you play Pac-Man, you try to see how far you can get, how long you can last, essentially, right? And try to get as many fruits as you can, as many points as possible. So that's a great challenge by the legend himself. I will most definitely be taking part in that because my nickname back in the day was Pac-Man, and it had nothing to do with Pac-Man. It's for another reason, which I cannot say because it is a secret. But in all seriousness, I will definitely be taking part in that as well. So I just wanted to, mention that. I'll talk more about that challenge and show some more proper love to TGS when I take part. But I just wanted to, throw that out there as well. But for now, the primary love that we're showing, always love for TGS, of course, but the primary love that we're showing is for the man, the legend, VHS Combos. Like I said, please check him out. He's doing great things. He's like all of us, sharing his passion, right, for old school gaming, and that's what it's all about, right? Just sharing your passion, having fun with it, and like I always say, just keep it as a hobby. Do it for your amusement, do it for your enjoyment, do it to interact with people, meet people, and to have fun. That's what it's all about. I know it might sound kind of corny, but if you're not having fun, well then, right, what's the point of doing it? So yeah, I really wanted to showcase this. When it comes to Streets of Rage, like I said, I got a lot of love for the game, but I'm not a master at it, not by any means. But as you progress, it definitely gets tricky. It definitely gets harder. Enemies start coming at you more quicker, faster. I already lost a life, but this is not a one life challenge, thank God. This is a 1 credit challenge, so until I get the game over screen. I usually struggle once I get to the bosses. I think that's how most people are, right? Which makes sense. This guy, I forget his name, the one with the the one that's juggling the I don't know if that's firecrackers or I would say that's firecrackers or whatever the hell he's juggling. He's always tricky for me. Had to call in some backup, call in the reinforcement. I've always loved the idea of beat 'em up games where like you pick up food, and I think it's almost in every beat 'em up game, or at least in most beat 'em up games, where you pick up food, and that is what gives you life. Makes sense, doesn't it? The only game that I can think of that doesn't have that concept, or one of the games that I can think of that doesn't have that concept, is my favorite of all time, my favorite beat 'em up of all time, one of my favorite games of all time, and I know a lot of people don't have love for this game because it was a game that wasn't finished, so it does have its flaws, most definitely. But it's a game where I have a lot of memories with, in particular with my brother Sean, and just a lot of love for, and I will always have love for it, and that is Super Double Dragon. One thing that's really tough about Super Double Dragon is when you're playing that game, you're not able to accumulate extra life. Like if you're losing your life bar, there's no bananas or apples or anything that you could pick up to regain your health. Basically, you only regain your health once you've completed the stage. So let's say you're doing stage 1, you've been hit 6 or 7 times. There's no way you're going to be able to accumulate full health until you start the next stage, which I thought was pretty interesting. But it also made the game quite difficult as well. So in one sense, it made it fun, I guess, in that sense too, that because it was more challenging. One of the hardest games as well, by the way. It's not an easy game by any means, but like I said, I have a lot of love for it. This particular stage, I got a lot of love for it too. One of my favorites of all time. Beautiful looking stage, great music as well. And it's one of those one of those stages that will like stick with me forever. It's just a thing of beauty. Streets of Rage, like I said, man. When it comes to the stages, the music, it is top notch. You know, really elite stuff. I feel like if no one has ever played Streets of Rage, which obviously there's people out there, they got to give it at least a try once in their life. It really is a masterpiece, and that's why I'm so happy that VHS Combos came up with this great challenge. When it comes to Streets of Rage, there's a lot of people that have done Streets of Rage challenges, and they're always fun to take part in. I think my very first, my second or my third video on my channel was actually a Streets of Rage challenge, but it wasn't issued out by me. It was issued out by Officially Captured, who now goes by Millennial, although Galloway Gaming calls him Millennial, which is pretty funny. And I think Rampage Toke, they both came up with that, and then it was Streets of Rage 1 and then 2 and 3, and you had to play it, I think, as the hardest difficulty, which was brutal, and you had to play as Axel Stone. I don't remember now if this was a 1 life challenge or a 1 credit challenge, but regardless, it was a great challenge. A lot of great people took part. So yeah, when it comes to Streets of Rage, you can never go wrong with it, and it's always good when it's issued out as a challenge. So thought I'd just bring that up. Aside from that, ladies and germs, we're at the end of March, which is crazy, right? It's something I've mentioned so many times on my channel, but I cannot stress it enough. This channel, I don't just use it to, showcase some games or, showcase some movies that I like and stuff. I also like to talk about, real life things and how life is, right? How fast it moves. And it does move fast. And I've said it so many times before, and I will keep saying it until until the day I die, because that's the reality. It's always a good reminder. We know the very fact that life, it doesn't go on forever, and that it moves at a very fast speed. I've said it once, and I'll say it again, ladies and germs. Please take the time to just take a step back and to try to slow it down when it needs to be. You always need to have that reset, that pause, just that 5, 10, 15, maybe even 20 minutes of just you taking a step back and taking it easy. So many times I've seen so many people not take it easy, myself included at one point, and it can become tough. If you're able to take a step back, it really helps. It's good for you. It's good for the mental health. It's good for your body, physical health. So that's something I just want to throw out there. I always do, and I always will. Remember to always take a step back when needed. Obviously, do not take a step back 24 hours, but the idea is that, yes, take a step back when needed. Hit that pause button, reset, and just take it easy. Do something that brings you some enjoyment. It could be something as simple as reading a book, sitting outside on a nice sunny day, drinking some Pepsi, whatever it is, people. Do what you got to do to get yourself recharged. So that being said, I appreciate everybody. I really do. I always appreciate the love and support. We're going to try to take down here the Ultimate Warrior looking type of guy. I don't remember his name. I always have trouble with him. He is quite difficult, and he is very hard, but I will try my best to get past this crazy looking dude. I always found him crazy because I just have so much trouble with him, as you guys could see. I mean, wow. It is a massive struggle. My run might even end quite soon. I've always struggled with this particular boss. I don't recall his name, but I remember in VGS Combo's video, he called him Ultimate Warrior, which is funny because I feel the same way as well. But we were able to get by him, but he has conflicted lots and lots of damage. Most definitely he has. So on to round 4. Will we get any further? Only time will tell, but I don't think so. It appears that I got two additional lives, which is great to see. But I know this stage is quite tricky as well. I feel like around this stage, and I could be wrong, but I feel around this stage, this is where they really start to gang up on you, like the enemies around you. Like they really, really start to gang up on you, and the game starts to become quite cheap. But again, if I compare it to other beat 'em ups, it's not bad because there's some literally from the get-go. It is difficult. Like my favorite, Super Double Dragon. As much as I love that game, the difficulty is insane. The cheapness of the AI is quite insane. But with Streets of Rage, from what I see, it's not too bad. But now we're in stage 4, level 4. So it's going to make sense if it's going to get tricky. And I mean, that's the name of the game, essentially. But we'll see. We'll try. You know, we're out here. We're going to try to see how far we can get. I believe VGS Combos, if I'm not mistaken. I did watch his videos, but it was a while back. He posted this challenge, I think, about 1 or 2 weeks ago. I think he went up to level 5, if I'm not mistaken. So if I could even get that far, that would be pretty cool. If it ends at level 4, I'm okay as well. I mean, for me personally, I think I did a lot better than suspected. So I'm happy with wherever I end up with. But I will try my level best to get as far as possible. But now it appears we only got 1 life. We got to call the reinforcement, man. They're really kicking my butt there. They are showing no mercy. All 4 of them. They're all 4 quadruplets, twins. They all look alike. All of them ganging up on me, man. I'm only one guy. Show some love. Show some mercy. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. And like I said, if anybody can take part, please do. Make sure to tag him. Again, when it comes to challenges, whether it's the Sean and Raza Cup or any challenge that anybody is posting out, it's all for fun and games. It's just to have enjoyment, get involved. Whenever you can, try to. And whenever you cannot, no stress. Like I say for myself, and I think the other channels that issue out these challenges, I think they would agree more or less the same. Your love and support is what we need, most definitely. Oh, and this guy again. Does anybody know his name, though? I can't remember this guy's name. The one with the... I think it's firecrackers. It looks like he's juggling firecrackers. He's a scary dude, man. Can you imagine, God forbid, if you're walking on the street and you saw somebody like that just come up to you juggling firecrackers? Oh, man. I think I'll just run and scream for sure. I don't think I'd be brave enough to fight back. Would be quite scary to see somebody like that. Most definitely. Hopefully, nobody ever comes across a situation like that. But yeah, lots and lots of love and support to everybody. Really appreciate you all. I guess what I'll just quickly mention, because I think my run, I think it's probably going to come to a close soon. I don't know how much further I'll get, but like I said, I'll keep fighting away. I'll keep punching away. I'll grab the weapons, change it to a knife. No, I want the bottle. No, I want the knife. You see, I don't know what I want. That's my problem, ladies and germs. I do not know what I want in life. But what I was just going to say on a serious note, though, is as you guys know, Sean and Raza Cup Season 2 is finally coming to a close. Big shout out to Spare Umbris, the legend, the man, the myth. He came out with a mega challenge, Mega Man, because he himself is a Mega Man. I'm looking forward to that. I'm terrible at Mega Man, but I think it's going to be fantastic to end Season 2 with Spare Umbris, our runner-up, and to end it with a great game, Mega Man. And then after that, you know, we're going to have some recaps. We're going to talk a little bit about what Season 3 is going to be all about. And then we're going to get right into Season 3. We're going to get into it quite fast. So be ready, be steady, and make sure you bring in your A game, because Season 3 is going to be quite something. Indeed, I believe it will. That being said, big shout out to VHS Combos. Thank you for coming up with a 1cc Justice Challenge. I had a lot of fun. He has another challenge with Streets of Rage where you have to select Blaze. It's called The Floor is Lava. I will take part in that one as well. And until then, kindly remain retro.